Hello, guys and girls. Wager Detective here. We're going to cap this New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles game right here. Be sure to follow Wager Detective on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Let's get into this cap right here. The Yankees this year having a pretty good year, although they're coming off being swept by the Orioles in Milwaukee. This year, the Yankees are 9-5 in road night games this year, 62 runs to 36, scoring an average of 4.42 runs per game to 2.57. The Yankees 6-4 in their last 10, 6.2 runs per game to 3.6. In those 6 wins in their last 10, the Yankees are 6-0 against the minus 1.5 spread in those wins. The Yankees this year 7-3 versus the AL East, and in one-run games in all their games this year, they are 3-8. If we look at the Yankees, like I said, they just got swept by Milwaukee at Milwaukee, 6 runs to 14 in that series, which came out to two runs a game to 4.63. And if we look at the Yankees, they are 4-5 in their last 9 road-to-road series in that first game with no rest. They're averaging 4.44 runs per game to 3.77 for their opponents, which comes out to 8.22 runs per game in their last 9 games from road-to-road series with no rest. If we look at Weathers this year, who's going to be on the mound for the Yankees, the Yankees are 4-3 this year in his starts, 5 runs to 3.42 in those 7 games. He does have in those 7 games 38.2 innings pitched, 36 hits, 13 runs with a 3.03 ERA this year. If we look at Weathers' last 5 outings, he 30.2 innings pitched, 9 earned runs, 26 hits, 5 bases on ball, and gave up 6 home runs. That comes out to a 2.64 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, and 10.1 Ks per 9 for Weathers in his last 5 outings with the Yankees. He has faced the Blue Jays once. The Yankees did beat the Blue Jays when Weathers did face the Blue Jays on May 2nd, 2026. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 5 Ks and 2 walks for Weathers in that game. He did have a 1.8 ERA in those 5 innings pitched against the Blue Jays this year. Now, if we get to the Orioles, let's see what the Orioles are 18-23 on the year, 3-7 in their last 10, and the Orioles are 3-6 this year in one-run games. The Orioles are only 1-6 versus the AL East this year. And in their home night games this year, they are 4-5 with 3 over, 5 under, and 1 push. The average score of those home night games for the Orioles this year, 5.11 runs per game to 4.66, which comes out to 9.77 runs per game average for the Orioles in their home night games this year. The Orioles are 3-7 in the last 10 games overall, 5 over, 4 under, and 1 push to that 9, which is the total set tonight. The average score in the Orioles' last 10 games, 3.6 runs per game scored for them. Their opponents are scoring 6.5 runs per game over their last 10. Home-to-home series with no rest for the Orioles. They are 4-4 in their last 8, 3 over, 5 under. Average score 4.75 runs per game to 4.28 for their opponents. Okay, and on the mound tonight, we're going to have Young for the Orioles. He is 0-2 in his career on 4 days rest. Okay, not something that's really that good. He has 9 innings pitched in his career on 4 days rest with 14 hits, 7 earned runs, and 2 walks. That is a 7 ERA with a 1.77 WHIP and 8 Ks per 9. In his last 2 games on 4 days rest, he's faced, So the Orioles this year, they're 3-1 when Young starts. That's against Miami, Houston, Boston, and the White Sox. So the Orioles are 3-1 when Young starts, but against lesser competition than the Yankees. But that's going to go for about most of Major League Baseball: Miami, Houston, Boston, and the White Sox. Average teams at best. In his 4 starts this year for Young, 20.2 innings pitched, 22 hits, 10 earned runs, 8 bases on ball, and 14 Ks on the year. Okay, so not really going against the best competition, but the Yankees, are they going on a slide right now? Are they going into this moment where they could be running into problems? If we look at the Yankees head-to-head with Baltimore, the Orioles are 1-9 in their last 10 versus the Yankees, 4 over, 5 under, and 1 push. The Yankees are scoring 7.3 runs per game to 2.1 for Baltimore over those last 10. If we look at the Yankees' last 10 at Baltimore, they are 6-4, 2 over, and 7 under, and 1 push in those games. I think what you're looking at is the Yankees maybe slowing up. They are going city to city. Could be a sleepy spot for them. The Orioles have scored 14 runs in their last 2 games. That was against the Angels. So they're scoring a little bit more, scoring 7 runs per game in their last 2. I think Weathers should give them the Yankees an opportunity to keep this game close and sticky. Both teams not really good, like we said. Yankees 3-8 in 1-run games this year, whereas Baltimore is not much better. They're 3-6. So if we looked at that, not much difference in anything between their home and night games this year. I mean, the Yankees are 9-5 in road night games this year. Again, like we said, 4.42 to 2.57. And then you look at the Orioles, they're 4-5 in home night games this year. But they score. They're scoring 5.11 to 4.66, which is about 9.77. So if we added the 9.77 and then roughly 7, we're coming up with about 8 runs in those games. I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. I think if either team wins, it's going to be by more than 1 run because both teams are not good in 1-run games. But Wager Detective is going to call the Yankees to kind of get right here after getting swept by the Orioles. And from everything in this cap, I do lean the Yankees to win this game and the game to go under 9. If we looked at, I didn't know if I mentioned this in the cap, the Weathers is faced the Blue Jays once, and the Yankees won that game 9-4. That was on May 2nd, 2026. Weathers had 5 innings pitched, 3 hits and 1 earned run, 5 Ks and 2 walks. He did have a 1.8 ERA in that game. I kind of expect similar, considering how these teams fare when they face each other in Baltimore, and the fact that 3 out of their 4 games not too long ago in this year, less than 2 weeks ago, 3 of the 4 games did go over in New York, but it seems like when they come to Baltimore, that number doesn't get over that 9. So Wager Detective is going to call the under 9 as a sharper play in this game. And if a team wins, Wager Detective leans with the Yankees. But if you're going to do it, take the Yankees minus 1.5. So that's Wager Detective's call here. The Yankees minus 1.5 and the game to go under that 9 that's set tonight. This is Wager Detective. Follow him on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And Wager Detective, we'll talk to you soon.